X-Men Apocalypse is around the corner. It's coming out very soon. And it's got some early buzz. Rotten Tomatoes has a bunch of reviews up. It's currently sitting, last I checked, at a 53%, which isn't good, and it's not horrible. It's just kind of there.
I like X-Men. I think that's real clever.
I wish I could take credit for that. That was actually somebody else who you will see a little bit from them. I figure we do what we do. We run through some sound bites. We pulled them from Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't seen it yet. I'll be totally transparent. I kind of hate those X-Men movies. I wish they'd rebooted that series a long time ago. It seems like they're just sort of constantly polishing a turd.
Yeah.
I'd really love to see like a X-Men movie that looks like X-Men as opposed to like a bunch of dudes in leather.
And you're like a massive X-Men fan.
Yeah, I love X-Men. They're my favorites. So that said, I'm like really lukewarm about that. But it's nice to hear that some people are kind of into it, not hating it entirely.
Yeah, Daniel Krupa reviewed it for us and gave it a 7. Which
That's
is
all right.
Good.
That's pretty decent.
A nice good.
Hey, look, it's the one of those Starks woke up and she's at that man from Atonement's house.
The man from Atonement.
The man from Atonement.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's take a look here. BuzzFeed said, like Oscar Isaac in that first scene, Apocalypse loses its humanity early on and never figures out what to replace it with. So that's pretty negative. That's kind of harsh, but it's also like, it's not like I wanted to punch this movie in the face, but it didn't have one.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't review movies, because I just said that.
Yeah.
The Verge said, relative to previous X-Men movies or to 2016's other superhero films, Apocalypse feels like a throwback to a less sophisticated age and a faint echo of better series installments. Which is interesting, because it's like, the X-Men series is one of the oldest, that's like I'd say the third oldest superhero franchise that's still kind
of... In terms of movies or in terms of
In terms of franchise.
Oh, wow.
Movie franchises.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even Batman was, rebooted post X-Men. Like the fact that we still have, that Hugh Jackman's still hanging around as Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for 16 years.
Which is insane. And we're getting a new Wolverine movie that's going to be R-rated. Like, it's insane that dude's still playing it.
I hope they treat that like a standalone. But this is just, it feels like they're still trying to kind of smooth over that transition. They sort of did like a hard reset on the universe at the end of Days of Future Past, but...
Yeah, I mean, there's just that weird thing of them trying, like Matthew Vaughn did something really cool, I thought, with First Class, and then they tried to, like, steer it back towards that original trilogy while not remembering the third movie, but bringing in the actors. And to me, that's just sort of a mess.
In the first 10 minutes of the Wolverine, they're thrown back to stuff that happened in X-Men 3. And I'm like, dude, no one liked that.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Just sweep it under the rug. No one will mind.
Moving on. SF Chronicle says, this is turning into the season of superheroes battling other superheroes, but X-Men Apocalypse is the first one so far to do it right. I mean, I guess they fight, but I mean, superheroes, I think that Apocalypse is a super villain. And his henchman.
Wasn't that, whose favorite superhero is Apocalypse?
Mike Tyson.
Yep, that's
true.
That's a true
Interviewed
fact.
him. He says his favorite superhero is Apocalypse, which is weird because that means the end of the world.
Yeah.
Moving on, USA Today said the latest in the X-Men movie franchise is just X-Men.
Wait, is that where you stole it from?
Yeah,
you stole it from the United States of America Today?
I stole it from America Today.
Who's going to steal it tomorrow? Trunks.
Future Trunks, not Chibi Trunks. It's different, you see.
Shiba Trunks?
Chibi Trunks. All right, fine. We'll talk about Dragon Ball Z later. Film School rejects. Bryan Singer proves that he no longer has any interesting X-Men stories to tell. This resonates with me a lot. I feel like Bryan Singer has been sort of attached to the franchise since he did it right with it the first time, but then he's like, he hasn't really had an amazing track record as a director post X-Men at all.
I mean, to me, The Usual Suspects is the only great movie he's ever done.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of a one-trick pony sort of thing. X-Men 2 is awesome, and then he went to do Superman Returns, and he came back to do Days of Future Apocalypse.
Yeah, and he did that Valkyrie, he did that World War II movie.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Empire says the more the film harks back to the other X installments, the more you'll wish you were watching those instead. That's a crazy thing that Hollywood keeps trying to fool us with by making new movies. Old movies are really fun, and you can keep watching them as much as you want.
Yeah,
it's a cool trick.
That's true.
Variety says, disappointingly succumbs to an exhausting case of a been there, done that itis. All right. And Village Voice says, what makes X-Men Apocalypse so exciting really isn't any one thing, but rather its cohesion, its storytelling verve. So yeah, it sounds like they had fun there. That's positive.
Irish Pirate 2121 says, rebooting the X-Men/Wolverine series multiple times with the same leading cast seems to be the opposite of the way any other major movie series does it. Which I agree, like it's very strange.
I'd be totally okay if they rebooted it entirely and kept Hugh Jackman.
Oh yeah,
maybe made him more of like an old man Logan.
He's synonymous with that role now.
Yeah. Finally, IGN, Daniel Krupa says, taken as the next chapter in the series, Apocalypse is an undeniably fun and entertainment adventure and does a pretty good job of establishing Xavier's next class. I really hope that they give the series to another director next time around and treat it as like a new adventure. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how this one ends. I don't know what they're doing with it, but you know, it'd be cool if we just got some colorful costumes, yellow spandex. Yeah.
What if that'd be really cool if like the post-credits scene was just like the director of Milk walking out and being like, "Hey, I'm rebooting the series."
That would be really, really weird.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would expect that.
want
Any director coming out and being like, "I'm rebooting this series," it's like,
Thank you, Gus Van Sant.
I don't get it. Is that something from the comics? Nope. That's just Rennie Harlan.